Sup guys, it's me. We're back for a recap of the last 60 days of my life. It's actually been, well, a certain part of a certain aspect, a certain addiction that I've thankfully been able to remove from my life for the last 60 days. It's actually been more like 70 days. But due to, the YouTube title, algorithm, that type of thing, I think 60 days is going to be best, and I'll probably come back to you once more at least at 90 days. But today, we're talking about porn. We're talking about watching porn problematically. It was an addiction for me, and I feel like it's a pretty insidious type of addiction for a lot of other men out there, possibly women. I'm not sure. I've certainly never talked to a woman with a porn addiction, or at least I think in general it's certainly more prevalent in the male side of things. Either way, look, I've got this piece of paper. It says on it, I quit watching porn for 60 days, and this is what happened. Now I've had that next to me for the last week. And it's been on my mind to make this video for the last week. I don't want to leave it too much longer. And whenever I think about, writing things down and making bullet points, I just never get round to it. You know what I mean? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and just talk off the cuff. I mean, that's really the way that the majority of these videos on this channel are. And so I may as well stick to my tried and true. So I quit watching porn on, I think it was something like October the 21st, 2023. Today's date is Monday the 8th of January 2024. And I coupled quitting porn with quitting social media. So in doing that, I instantly took away the majority of the reasons why I would be scrolling on my phone, why I'd be using my smartphone problematically. Because I was not only addicted to porn, but also social media. So, as far as the porn aspect, going back, I've talked about this before, I've sort of told my story, or at least tried to, in the past. Started watching it online when I was, 13 or 14. And had a few girlfriends throughout my teenage years. Had my last real long-term girlfriend when I was 21. And from the age of 21 to 33, which I am now, I think I was 32 when I created that first quitting porn video, but I'm 33 now. And throughout those 10 years, I genuinely feel as though one of the main reasons why I was just so unable to develop a long-lasting relationship with a female is because of my addiction to watching porn. It provided me with what I thought at the time what I needed. It provided me with my dopamine fix. It provided me with sexual gratification, but it was all the wrong sorts. You know what I mean? And in the end, look, when you're early 20s, even mid 20s, and you're watching porn a lot, it doesn't really seem like that much of an issue. But when you start having kids, I had a couple of kids, it was never really with the girl, so I wouldn't call that a long-lasting relationship. But once you've had kids, once you start turning 30, and you find yourself still engaging in this just addictive like behavior of consuming online porn just every single day, something's got to give, because at the end of the day, I don't want to go through my entire 30s doing this and not really feeling capable of a relationship, or not really wanting to. I mean, I say I wasn't capable of one, but at the end of the day, I didn't really want to. I couldn't be fucked with it because I was getting everything I thought I needed from watching porn, and it's just not on, and something had to give, something had to stop. And I took the opportunity of me removing alcohol out of my life, and also removing social media. I took the opportunity to couple removing porn with those other addictions, and it worked. You know what I mean? I committed to it. I'd had enough. I had a fucking guts full. I'd watched every single motherfucking video. I had my genres that I always went back to, and look, it led me to become, I'm not going to say unable, because I feel like back, 2 or 3 months ago when this was really at its peak and I was feeling the worst about myself, my self-esteem was shit. I felt like I wasn't capable of having a relationship. I felt like if I saw a beautiful woman walk down the street, I'm not going to be capable of having a conversation with them. But that's only because I constantly looked at porn and I wasn't really conversing with females, and I was just out of practice, you know what I mean? And I got to admit, like, I was quite hard on myself back then. So, at the end of the day, for the first 30 days I made vlogs, I was counting the days. For the next 30 days, I really just lived my life. So coming here now, talking about what's happened after 60 days of quitting porn, I've just got a new way of living. I've got I've got a hold on my dopamine and where I get it from. I get it from, natural, normal sources, such as a decent meal, a great sleep, a good workout, a good performance at work. Like if I walk out of my job knowing that I've really put in 110% during my work day, I get a rush from that. I get it from my kids. I get it from giving. And, that's enough from me. That's enough for me. And those are natural, healthy sources of dopamine. Getting it from porn day after day. And there's people who are addicted to porn and they're in relationships. I mean, that's where it gets real dicey. So I was never in a committed relationship whilst addicted to porn because it never allowed me to. So 60 days in, it's just something I've removed from my life. Have I been tempted? Yes, I've been tempted, but due to having just built up so much conviction behind my decision to cut it out, I haven't allowed myself to do it. And I'd feel really let down. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, I might watch it again. I might get to a position in my life where I want to watch it, but really at the moment, the way that my life's going, I'm all about positive things. I'm all about making healthy, positive choices in my life. And I know that if I was ever going to watch it again, or, even if it was a 5-minute video, 10-minute video, yeah, the job's done, but it wouldn't make me any happier and it wouldn't get me any closer to where I want to be in life. Be that financial, be that spiritually, be that emotionally, be that, I'd be going backwards. And that's what porn addiction led me to do, is just be stagnant in life in so many areas. It can, seep into so many different areas of your life. And that's what any addiction is. It's the opposite of connection, addiction is. And most certainly if you're addicted to porn, that is the opposite of real connection, especially with females. Now, the cliche thing around porn addiction is, look, you start seeing a female as an object, rather than a human being. But that's what happened to me. I don't think it was as bad as what I originally thought. I feel like my thought patterns were okay. They weren't like perverse or anything like that. But now, and I'm not going to say that anything's really changed. I'm still the same person. But like I said at the start, it's all about it's all about getting dopamine from healthy sources and from sources that, look, once you get that fix, it's not really a fix. It's a long-lasting sense of fulfillment and happiness. It's not just this 5-minute fix, chuck your phone down and feel worse for it. These dopamine, these ways of myself getting my good feelings, my dopamine, they're never going to make me feel worse afterwards. And that's what porn ended up doing for me. So I'm feeling good. I mean, at the end of the day, I've talked for 10 minutes. I don't want to go on too long. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling proud of myself. And if you take one thing from this, it's possible. You can rid your life of porn. And you don't, I'm 2 months free of it, or 2.5 months free of it, it's not as if I've, you know, all of a sudden felt this urge to go and meet lots of women, or you know, date, or bring real life sex into my life. You know, it's not like that. Look, I took it out, I've removed it, I feel better for it, but it's not going to instantly change your life. That is going to take a whole heap more work. But what I am here to say is that, look, it is possible. And if you do feel like you've got an addiction, or an issue at least, try removing it, because at the end of the day, like, it's energy. It's that we are human beings, and we transfer energy in certain ways, and that energy being transferred day after day, time and time again, was wasted energy. And the way that I'm, you know, being 33 years old, I don't want to waste any energy. I need my energy. I've got too much shit to get done. I'm not about wasting it anymore. And that was just such a waste of crucial, like, fucking, you know, crucial energy. Because at the end of the day, you're going to feel tired afterwards. You're going to feel slack afterwards. It feeds into this procrastination type attitude. That's how I feel. You know, I was late to things. I put things off because I needed to do this. It was my routine. I thought I had to do it. I was just in such a cycle. And being in that cycle, I had no room for real life female interaction, or, you know, any capacity to try and build a meaningful relationship with a female. And look, we're human beings. We need companionship. We want companionship. And I always knew that. It's just the way that I was living my life. I was never gonna get there. It was never gonna happen. And I'll leave you with this, and this is pretty personal, but a couple of the times that a girl had entered my life where I thought, okay, you know, this could be something, my mind was so focused on the sexual side of things that it ruined it. And that's something I never want to happen again. I don't want to go on my first date with a girl that I actually feel like there's a chance with and be hyper-focused on the sexual side of things. And if you're watching porn all the time, that's the way it's going to be. Because that's all that matters, right? No, that's not all that matters. So those are some thoughts, and my thoughts alone. Those are some thoughts that have come out with absolutely no bullet points. And I don't know if that was the best thing to do, but I'm here to say that it's possible. Give it a shot. That energy is so precious, you know. Put it into other things. Because we all know how you feel after you've finished. You're there by yourself, guys. You're by yourself. You've done the deed. You chuck your phone away. There's nothing you'd want less than to watch another video. And it's just sad. It's sad, you know. And I haven't even talked about the aspect of this where, you know, what the girl's going through, you know, what she has to go through just to get paid. And they, you know, I don't know how much they get paid. Probably not a lot. It's just, as an industry, it's pretty dark, and I indulged in for so many years, but I'm done with it, and I can't see it ever coming back into my life. I'm quite happy waiting to get real life sexual experiences. I rather than, you know, getting that instant shortcut to sexual experience. It's not real, and it'll only leave you feeling like I was, which was low in self-esteem, low in, you know, confidence, and unable to see a female as a human being. It was fucked, absolutely fucked, and something had to give. So I'm super glad I've done it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you at 90 days. And that time I will do some bullet points, I promise, all right?